Warning. The following program contains scenes which may offend some viewers. Others may experience mild discomfort, nagging backache, postnasal drip, and delirium, followed by rapid heartbeat, swelling of the nose, throat, and abdomen, and loss of facial hair. Repeated viewing of this tape may result in the loss of one's bodily functions, redistribution of facial features, premature baldness, and a difficulty in forming simple sentences. So, if you're seriously considering a rewarding, challenging career as a lawn ornament, this is the show for you.
Ladies and germs, welcome to Grown Man Record Night. Appreciate you guys taking a little time out of your Friday evening to spend a little bit of it with us here at the program show. This is our 470th episode. No, 470 episodes I believe we've done here on the show, and it's been a big time. Special guest with us tonight, our pal Jay Ovittore. Played music with Jay for a long time. Got a new band, new project, and some new music news coming out. We're going to talk about here coming up. I've been off all week. This is all pretty surreal.
Yeah. It's happening. It escalated quickly.
It did. The week was pretty gnarly altogether. Yeah, so I made it here. I can't believe I've done the things I did for so many days in a row. If that makes any sense to anybody.
What'd you do?
It's not.
Some stuff?
I did some stuff.
Snacks are delicious.
And the fact that I'm here just having this conversation, it's always fun. Back in the day, it was like, oh man, I got the whole week off. And then when record night comes in on Friday, man, it's going to be fucking epic. And a lot of times the opposite has been true because it's been a week long of record nights where I'm playing music, I'm playing games, I'm all messed up. And so it takes the pizzazz out of record night a lot of times, but not this week because this is a big thing. This is a big time tonight. So it's a little different tonight. But in the past, it's gotten away from me a little bit, and I'm just living in a pool of my own filth for all week. And so record night comes around, I'm like, all right, go.
You're not even kidding.
Give me a microphone, I'll talk about something.
It's a whole pool.
Can we point out real quick that I'm being a stereotypical Italian and just eating pizza?
And Jay, please tell us.
It's not Italian pizza.
No. Whoa.
It's bread
Nope.
and
Please
sauce
tell
and
us.
cheese.
Please tell us where this pizza came from, Jay.
Came from Areola Montola's discount Italian eatery. Extra sausages and peppers for grown music. Grown Man Record Night subscribers.
Right? We appreciate Areola Montola and his continued support of the channel over the years. That's where it came from. So, typically, we're going to get into we're going to talk to Jay about the new record. We got some new things to talk about, digs of the week, so to speak, chip chat. All that jazz is coming up. But, we usually start the program with a little joke. And sometimes people send stuff in. Sometimes we discover something. Sometimes we're just living in the moment. This is one of those living in the moments. I said, Jay, you got a joke? You're the guest on the show. You can have the joke spot, as we call it. So
I feel like I'm opening a Conan show. Like
well,
I'm the guest comedian.
Let's try to open it and not close it. Is kind of the best. We're trying to keep it open. We're trying to keep it open. Okay.
I'll try. But I'll tell you a story before I tell the joke. So I used to do audiobooks for Simon and Schuster, and I recorded Chris Maloney, who famously played the hotel clerk in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, as well as the head cop in Law and Order Special Victims Unit.
Okay.
SVU?
Yeah, SVU. He was the guy I was recording, and he rode his bicycle in Manhattan to Rock Center to come get recorded, and got pulled over and given a ticket. So he was all kinds of pissed off that he got a ticket for running a red light on his bicycle. Like, cop was just a dick. And so the producer told me about it ahead of time and said, I really need you to get him in the mood to record because he's really, really mad. So I literally hit the talkback mic and said, hey, Chris, this is Jay. I'm your engineer today. You like jokes? He's like, yeah, I like jokes. Like, you like dirty jokes? He's like, I love dirty jokes. And I proceeded with, how do you make Martha Stewart scream twice? And he said, I don't know. I said, you fuck her in the ass and wipe your dick on her curtains.
Whoa, okay, Jay. Well, that escalated a little quicker than I expected it to. However, nevertheless, a great joke. Great joke. What's up, Teddy? Old radios. Catching up with some folks popping in here. Yeah. Some of you folks I hadn't seen over on the Twitch side of things tonight. Chasing that paper. Yeah. Shane wants to be a lawn ornament. Boom, backing it up, making sure everybody's here. Yeah. So, cool stuff going on tonight. We're going to get into our normal stuff, but we do have Jay Ovittore here with us. Now, Jay was the drummer in the 5Ls when we played together for a long time. You were in the 5Ls twice.
Yeah, twice. A total of 13 years.
Oh, wow. So you're the longest tenured drummer.
I was the longest tenured drummer.
I was thinking about this the other day. Would one of your tenures be longer than anybody else?
My tenure was longer than everybody else combined.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. As I'm thinking about it now, I'm like, oh, I bet that's right. But yeah, we were kind of known as kind of a little rotating, revolving door of drummers for whatever reason.
It's like Spinal Tap.
I think we had 7 total. I think that's 7 with you being there twice.
Yeah.
Right? Is that right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny. That's funny how that shit happens.
And I had to think about it when James asked me the second time.
Yeah, oh sure, of course.
It's like, I don't really want to go down that road again.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Yeah, I do.
And indeed, it was a road.
It was.
It definitely was a road, but yeah, man. And so post 5Ls, when we were playing together, you moved past and got in some other musical projects and stuff, and kind of came full circle and doing some new stuff. Got some stuff coming out. Don't want to do this now. I mean, I'll let the viewership build up a little bit. We'll get into some of the nuts and bolts of the program.
Yes.
Before we get too carried away here. Did want to remind everybody, it was 4th of July this past week. Do you do anything crazy for 4th?
I worked.
Worked on the 4th?
I worked because they paid me double time and a half. So if you give me that cheddar, I will do just about anything.
You know, that's... I was talking to our pal Jeff, works in the news business where I was before, and I had to work a 4th. I didn't care for that. But, like, I always worked, like, MLK Day and, like, President's Day and shit like that. Because you literally get double pay.
Yeah.
And then we would always get time and a half. I mean, I'm sorry. Then we always get overtime because you're in the news anyway. You never got... Number one, you would never get home when they said you would get home.
Yeah.
Number two, you literally never took a lunch. So you would have an hour to an hour and a half, up to 2 hours of OT every day. Every day.
I can assure you I took a lunch and I left as soon as my shift was over.
Yeah. But that, I mean, so when it sucked when I had to work on like holidays, but I also knew like I was gonna get paid for this. I didn't really give a fuck. But like I also thought like, man, if I was a 25-year-old cat and I was like, man, I really need to like make some kind of like move right now. The way to do that is work those fucking holidays because I got it whether I wanted it or not. Like those years when I did all the political shit, had 10 grand in overtime in 1 year.
I was really mad though because they usually feed us for the holidays, and the budget apparently isn't as much this year. So they gave us bags of chips. It was like a Letterkenny super soft birthday, but it was a super soft 4th of July.
Nice. Oh, Deep Track Zach with the Submarino, gifted by Nebulous Prowler. Yeah. Let me catch up with some of you moffuckers over here. Bet Martha's got quality poon. Fred, quote of the night. Can we get some quote of the night spam for that?
That might be quote of the night. I
quote
don't know.
I don't spam.
Metal T's up in here? Where'd I miss him at? I may have him blocked. I may have Metal Theologian blocked. No, there he is. Sup, mofos. I was bragging on your youngin' earlier, boy. My boss makes $1, I earn a dime. That's why I take 20 minutes dumps on company time.
It's the rule.
That's the rule. Although I'm not, I don't like.
I don't like public dumpery too
oh no,
much.
I'm a home court advantage kind of guy.
Yeah, home bowl advantage.
100%. And I like to get. In a like what we call a safe haven in the business. So I knew like the library downtown. You go to the top floor on a Wednesday afternoon. There's nobody around there. You want to take a 15-20 minute dump. Boom, no problem. No problem.
Yeah, I like the home bowl advantage for sure. But when I do have to take a dump at work, I should get an endorsement for this, but I use Dude Wipes.
Oh, you a Dude Wipe guy?
I'm a Dude Wipe guy because they have like single ply. It's like a half a ply toilet paper. It's the worst shit ever.
You carry them around with?
I do. I carry. They're little packets.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Get them on Amazon.
Oh, I love like ghetto ass fucking like bootleg toilet paper that's in like porta johns and shit.
Like the sandpaper they give you.
Oh, the sandpaper. Oh, the rougher the better.
Yeah.
Dude, if I'm not bleeding at the end of the day, it's not a fucking dump.
If it ain't a Red Sox.
What are we even talking about? Red Sox? That's another joke I think I told on the show at one point. There's a couple of times when I let loose. I told the Red Sox joke. I told the baby in the apple joke. So that's not the first time we've kind of cut loose on a joke. But there are times when it's like, what did the 0 say to the 8?
Yeah.
Nice belt. You know, those kind of jokes.
Yeah. Dad jokes.
Yeah, dad jokes. Shane, how do your legs not go down? What is Shane? Shane, you take... Hold up. Let's take a second here. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, I implore you. Shane takes hour-long dumps.
So,
oh my God.
So let's analyze it for a second.
Let's mix in a vegetable every now and then.
Miralax and water.
So,
For sure.
there's not enough Facebook and Instagram for me to sit on the fucking toilet for an hour.
Yeah.
But there's TikTok.
Yeah, I don't do that though.
You would.
I know, but I'm not going to.
If you fuck with it, you would fuck with it.
The band has a TikTok page, but we let our bass player run that
Yeah.
because that's what bass players do.
Dude, this is, you talk about a generational gap. There was a guy who was like, it's a streamer guy, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so, okay, when you're not streaming, what do you do? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I go to the gym. I walk my dogs and shit. And I make dinner. Then I don't know. I sit around on the couch at night and I look at TikToks for like 3 hours. And I'm like, say what? Like that's his like nightly where we used to like watch Cheers and The Simpsons and then Murphy Brown and then we go to bed or whatever. It's like dude's watching TikToks for 3 hours. It's really weird. It's a really weird time we're in.
Yeah.
It's a really weird time. Shane says he stands up every few minutes. Fucking A, then that's quote of the night. Hey, what's that stain on your inner thighs, motherfucker?
That's amazing.
It's shit! What do you think it is, asshole? Sorry. I said I wasn't gonna get all crazy tonight, but here we are.
We got some shit stories for them later.
Oh, we got some shit stories. We got, man, Jay was with for the longest time in the 5Ls and all the good stories. You guys have heard all the fucking, the late night Al Bundy stories when we pull up 5Ls videos and shit like that. But, yeah. Hey, I did want to mention, we had a good 4th of July over here. Did some burgers and dogs right out front. Had a fireworks display right here in the neighborhood. For whatever reason, we got this group of Pakistanis that live in this neighborhood. Very cool, very quiet neighborhood. A lot of Pakistanis. And they either love America or they love some motherfucking explosions and fireworks. They put on a goddamn display each and every year. To where I told Steve, Steve doesn't really come over here other than record night normally because he lives a little fur piece away.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey Steve, what are you doing on the 4th of July? I was like, I don't know, coming and watching your Pakistani fireworks. If you guys grilling dogs or something, I'm like, yeah, bring it.
I may not have to work 4th of July next year. I may have to come over here.
It's legit. It's so legit. So we did do that, and I was going to stream, but whatever. Did do some random streaming over the course of the week, which I always love to do. Doing random nights where I don't normally stream, but good stuff. Yesterday, I will mention this. You guys know Chromium Dioxide Radio, hands down the best channel on YouTube. What are we even saying? #1 channel on YouTube of all time. He has built, it's up there, put away. This entire set that we're sitting in now,
Yep.
He built a miniature version of this set.
Yep.
It's incredible. We recently just did a video with me and Metal Theologian and Eric Bauer where we're talking about 80s arcades and the music that kind of surrounds that. That video came out. Got a little 8-bit version of Mikey Bananas in there.
Nice.
Yo, what's up now? And the video was fun. It was a lot of fun. It's right up my wheelhouse because, I mean, let's be honest. I can't hang with Metal Theologian and Chromie D talking about 80s metal records. I can't pull out the fucking nonsense they pull out, but I can tell some stories now. And shit from the 80s arcade and some fucking cheeseball metal stuff was, I can definitely hold my own there, and it was a lot of fun. Good episode. If you guys hadn't watched that, go check it out. Most of you guys are probably subscribed to Chromium Dioxide Radio, but if you're not, what the fuck are you doing? Get over there and do it. Actually, go watch it now instead of watching this shit. Honestly. But it was a lot of fun, and what a fantastic episode. I really appreciate him bringing us on for that and asking us to be a part of that whole pile of shenanigans over there, which is... It's flattering to be included in that kind of stuff because he's a big boy channel, even though we've been around fucking 30 years. I said it the other night. Somebody was like, Heidi, wait a minute, you've been a channel for 10 years and you only have 800 subscribers and you're doing something wrong. I was like, well, when I started doing this channel 10 years ago, there wasn't anybody's coattails to latch onto. So. Yeah. Anyway, that's all I'll say about that. That and I'll fight anybody in a parking lot, Jay. I'll be honest with you.
He has. I've seen it.
I'm a little bit liquor rowdy at this point. All right. So let's get into it, Jay. So we played together back in the day.
I was younger and thinner.
Yeah, I've been younger and thinner and fatter and all of those. But so what's your background before we got together? Because the 5 L's, we would have been considered. Fuck, I don't know. I mean, it's. I feel kind of pejoratively. Every time I mention about stuff about the 5 L's now, it's like rap rock, new metal, stuff like that. For a lot of people, that turns them off lickety-split, which is a little short-sighted. In much the same way that I would have shut out of a lot of stuff that people back in the day would have said is like 80s power metal or something. I would have been like, get the fuck out of here with that fucking stupid shit.
I mean, it might be rap rock and new metal, but it had a bigger set of balls.
It did, and I think some of the riffs we wrote and stuff really have held its own over the test of time. But previous to that, what did you grow up with? Like, you a punk guy? You're a metal guy? Like, what was your shit high school and beyond?
I was all over the place. I mean, my earliest memories, right? I started playing drums when I was 6 years old. I'm fucking 49 now. I remember being in Mount Vernon, New York in the summer at my grandma's house. My Uncle Ronnie turned me on to the Police.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was air drumming at Stuart Copeland, and I was a violin player, a fucking terrible violin player. My mom hated it. So my uncle called my dad and said, I see him like playing drums to the police, and he's like keeping time. You should get this kid a drum kit. And probably the best thing that ever happened in my life.
Oh yeah.
But I grew up, listening to ZZ Top, Joe Cocker, old Kiss when the makeup was still on, like Kiss Dynasty, Kiss Alive,
Oh, yeah.
those albums. And then I kind of went into like early Slayer and King Diamond and Iron Maiden, like, Sabbath.
Yeah.
Like the day I discovered Sabbath, my whole fucking life changed.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But I've seen Maiden a billion times live. They were always a favorite. I got into like really obscure bands that aren't so obscure because they're back now. Bands like Forbidden and Creator and
Yeah. That's Creator up there.
yeah, they just went back on tour not long ago.
Brand new album.
Yeah,
Just dropped.
yeah. Death Angel.
Yeah.
I love Death. Chuck Shoulders.
Oh, of course.
That
Yeah.
whole Spiritual Healing, Human.
What's up, Luke?
Like all those albums that in a row were just so amazing.
Yeah.
And then I discovered Rush. Right? As a drummer, you discover Rush because Neil Peart's your daddy.
Yeah.
And I got really into more progressive stuff. So I started listening to Rush and Yes. And then I found Frank Zappa.
Okay.
And Zappa was another life-changing moment for me. Probably the most influential character in music on my career ever.
That's up there. I can't believe that's one of my greatest regrets is that it took me so long to get into Zappa that I didn't really understand or know. And as weird and as stupid and as goofy as I am, that I was not into Zappa growing up. I should have been. 100% should have been. Me and Cameron both. We should have been all over that.
I don't have the book anymore, but there was a book that came out. It was about that thick. It was called The Negative Dialects of Poodle Play. And a guy wrote a book about the psychology of Frank Zappa's lyrics.
Wow.
Song by song. And I read that shit 3 times. It was probably 500 pages. I did more reading for that book than I did in my entire fucking time in grade school.
That's awesome.
I dropped out of high school, by the way, because I fucking hate school.
Don't do that, folks. Stay in school. Don't listen to Jay.
You'll be fine. I became an engineer today.
So, re-racking for those of you just joining us, this is Jay Ovittore from the stoner metal band. What do you guys call yourself?
It's hard to, we get classified as doom and stoner, psychedelic.
It's kind of got all those tinges or whatever.
I just like to think we're rock and roll.
The band Holy Roller, the album came out today, and the vinyl is coming out later this year.
Yeah, as soon as Adele gets done pressing more of her shit.
Yeah, exactly. But so we're having a little conversation, just kind of about. So we played together in the 5L for a long time. But you were in a band, Misplaced Aggression, like in the 90s.
It was early 90s.
What would you call it? Was that just straight up metal? What would you call that?
It was alternative.
Like alterna metal.
Yeah, it was like alternative metal. It was kind of all over the place. Like we'd go from like super thrashy San Diego style thrash metal right into country and western in a heartbeat. We wrote a song about our buddy Warren Sexton going to prison. That was a fun one too. But we incorporated funk. We incorporated pretty much every style of music you could think, and that band actually pushed my limits. My bass player in that band, Gary, who I'm playing with in another band now called Last to Speak, who also has an album out. Gary pushed me. Right, I was a straight rock and roll drummer, like. Loved the Neil Peart stuff, but like really loved the King Diamond stuff. Mm-hmm. And Gary's like, play some jazz. I was like, I fucking like jazz. And then he got me into jazz, and he pushed me, and I hated him for it at the time, to be honest. And I hope he sees this. I hated him at the time for it, but in the long run, it really molded me as a player. Like it rounded me out. And pushed my limits to make me a better player.
Oh, I've always said, I've went on record on this show, I've always surrounded myself with people that were way better than I was, which made me way better players, and being able to mold and adapt, and even if you're not like physically, technically as good as whoever you are, use your brain to figure out a way to kind of maneuver your way around to make it better, to make whatever it is you're doing better.
Yeah.
So there's that. But okay, so when you like hooked up with us, what were you doing then? Like before you hooked up with the 5Ls, what were you doing?
So I just moved back here from New York City, from that gig at Simon & Schuster where I was doing audiobooks.
Cameron, you want a shot? Stick your head in here.
And told a fantastic joke about Martha Stewart. But
I think she's really hot.
I mean, she's hot in
somebody asked the question, Jay, who's your favorite jazz drummers?
Billy Cobham, Jack DeJohnette. I really like fusion drummers too, so like Dave Weckl. My favorite drummer of all time is Dennis Chambers, who I've had the pleasure of like driving from a gig to a music store and then back. I can tell that story later.
Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah.
Did I have a shot glass?
I don't know. What is this? Is this you? Why don't you just use it? Why don't you just use it?
The alcohol is sterilizing.
That's what I always say. Everybody's like, Jay's always like, not this Jay, other Jay's always
Jay.
like, let me wash out this glass that we've put vodka in. I'm like, why? This is it's a sterilization.
That alcohol does? Whatever was growing in there for the past week, it puts into solution, and then you just drink it. Maybe before it has time to get killed off.
See?
It's dead.
So what proof is this?
Does the band have a band camp? It does. I should put the hold up. Let me see what I got here.
I got it. You got my link tree? Link tree's got everything.
There it is right there. If you want to check out, we'll keep this up while we're doing this. Actually, I can bring. Try this. Whoa.
See Mike. See what Mike did there? He's trying to get me off screen. I'm ugly.
As we're talking to Jay about stuff, we can do this. Oh. How about that?
Fucking professional.
Hey, guess which Jay dipped out just now?
Oh,
Other Jay?
hey,
Yeah, he just goes.
I'll let the chat. I'll let the chat guess. Guess what? What other Jay just left the show?
Trick question. It was me.
Whoa! I told you, dude. I
Mind
can't-
blown.
a week's worth of edibles.
The galaxy is a tube. It's a long tube. Oh wait, we didn't.
Take your shot. What are we dating? Take your shot.
You want a date?
What are we dating?
I'll date you.
I don't need to touch glasses to take a shot. I'm just an alcoholic. I don't need to celebrate it every fucking time.
Every other time.
So the new project, Holy Roller, as we're seeing the new album cover down here, there's the Bandcamp where you can get the digital and CD versions right now.
CD will go up on our Bandcamp in about a week.
Gotcha.
We're gonna have some packages as well with short sleeve, long sleeve, and CD for a reduced price.
Cool. So, and this is all over streaming platforms and stuff like that. 100%.
Yeah, it's on Spotify, it's on iTunes, it's on Amazon, it's on Deezer. Deezer is, believe it or not,
Deezer nuts.
Yes. Deezer is the #1 streaming platform in Europe.
Oh wow.
And I learned that. I learned that because I was on Hard Rock Hill Radio in England not long ago doing a show, and he told me that. So I learned something being interviewed.
So how did the guys? I know a couple of you guys in Holy Roller. I know your local music or regional music legacy. How did you guys kind of come together and like get together to do this project?
So it was I was in between bands, and Adam and I happened to be at the Carolina Rebellion show, the last Carolina Rebellion had happened.
Jesus, we went to the one in Rockingham.
No, we didn't go to that one. We went to the one at the racetrack.
Dude.
I went on a Sunday.
No,
it's
no,
different.
Anyway, it's a different story.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's the Charlotte Motor Speedway. So anyway, I went because Quicksand was playing. I'd never seen Quicksand live. It was my first time seeing them. It was a bucket list item for me. I had to go see my favorite band in the world. In case you didn't hear that, Quicksand's my favorite band in the world. I got the fanboy out last year, by the way, because they put me up on their Instagram because I was wearing a Quicksand slip shirt while I was playing drums in one of my photos.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
really cool.
I got a little chubber from that.
Oh, a little semi?
Yeah, a little.
Hell yeah.
It was more than semi.
I got made fun of for wearing a 5L shirt to a 5L show.
Well, yeah.
Somebody was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Supporting the band."
You're wearing the shirt of the band that you're going to go
Yeah,
see?
I probably
Yeah.
made fun
It's from
of
PCU.
Fuck yeah, I did.
But so
And
we.
it said "provoke a brain hemorrhage" on the back.
Provoke a
And
brain
then my mom
hemorrhage.
had an aneurysm.
That's what you get.
So Adam was in a band called The Swamp for a while. He also famously has been in Glass Casket and a band called Wretched, if you guys have heard of them. He sang for Wretched.
Glass Casket was
Yeah.
phenomenal. Band.
Glass Casket now has members of Between the Buried and Me, and then Adam.
Yeah.
So we met up at the show. We talked about like maybe doing something together, and it was weird because some people kind of gathered around that we didn't know, and we talked in code. And the girl I was with at the time, who I don't want to talk about because she's not worth it, was like, "What just happened?" And I said, "We just decided we're going to jam together, and we're going to set up something for a couple of weeks from now to get together and start playing." And she's like, "You just like I didn't get that." She's like, "You were speaking in broken sentences."
You guys wanna? I don't know.
Yeah,
You,
it's bro code,
bro?
It's bro code. You don't understand it.
Yeah, like that.
So we did. I did.
Gear and shit.
I did right before that. We're watching Red Fang, right? So we met. That was where we were gonna meet. Red Fang was playing on the side stage. We went to go see Red Fang together. And Adam and I got together right after Red Fang got done and had that conversation. But during Red Fang, I took a photo of a guy who had a 5 L's tattoo on his fucking elbow.
Oh, I heard about this. I saw this.
Yeah, it was
Some
crazy.
random guy that had our band
fucking-
tattooed on his fucking elbow.
Some random dude.
What
and
the fuck is wrong with you people?
I didn't want to say anything to the dude. I didn't want to like go introduce myself or be like, "Hey, cool tattoo," right? But the girl who I didn't want to mention, who's not worth mentioning, like went and talked to the dude, and it was like, "That's the drummer from the 5 L's." I was like, "You fucking cunt!" Like, I was having a good time, and I got to talk to this guy.
Yeah.
And I'll be more than happy to, like, because he's a fan, obviously. But like, he didn't know who I was. It's cool.
I tell you, yeah, that's always been a weird thing, and I love and appreciate that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't ever get to experience anything close to that.
Yeah.
Not that we're fucking the Rolling Stones over here,
I'm the Rolling Stones.
but like,
What?
there were times where people want to come talk to you after a show. It's like, "Hey man, it was a great show, man." I'm like, "Hey, I appreciate you, dude. I really appreciate it." And if you just ended it there, would have been great. But then it went into these conversations like, "Man, my brother," and especially like up here, "My brother owns this recording studio. If you guys ever want to come down to Ramsewer, play at my brother's recording studio, you ever heard of fucking Megadeth, bro?
Dude, you sound like my brother.
Megadeth is so fucking killer, bro."
It was his brother.
Yeah, probably.
But those conversations turned into like,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah, you get drunk close talker, and
Yeah,
it's
and you
game
have-
over at that point.
You literally have no tits or vagina. Please stop talking right now. Because
Yeah. So
you get a little bit of leeway on the other side of things, but not right now.
So anyway, Adam and I talked about it. We got together, and originally it was me. It was going to be me joining the Swamp, right?
Oh, okay.
We're going to continue the Swamp, different lineup, and we started. So we got together in a, as bands always do, we got together in a fucking storage unit.
Of course you did.
Not even Bandland. It was like a way different storage unit in Kernersville. And we got there, and I like hauled my drums up from Gastonia, which is where I was living, fucking gas house, and set up and played. And we got through like 2 songs, and I put my fucking bass drum beater through my bass drum head, and it was over.
Oh shit.
Done. Like, I didn't have another bass drum head. We can't play anymore. So we parted ways at that point, and decided to get together a couple more times. And Adam is a monster writer. We probably have 300 songs on tap.
Wow.
I have files on my phone. Like, my phone's full of Adam songs. I used to get, like, every night, 2-3 times a night, to be a fucking email.
Does he send full songs?
He sends full songs.
Wow, amazing.
Full songs with, like, he laid out drum tracks that he heard, but like, I can play what I want.
Because I've always prided myself, and I always think it's like, man, this would be a great TikTok.
Yeah.
It's like riff a day, because I can write a riff a day. I can write a riff a day all day long, and like good riffs. But I mean,
I always thought about this would make a great TikTok.
no, like recently, because I knew that
12
was.
years old, you were like, this is gonna make a great.
No, I was 12
TikTok.
years old. I couldn't finger a fucking between the guitar strings and get it right. But like, Once I started realizing, I'm like,
Miss Rafferty could.
I'm not a shredder. I'm not the best player in the world. I'm a riff meister, and I can write riffs just boom, boom, boom.
Again.
It's like I could just I could do one a day, and like that would be like nowadays on TikTok that would be a big hit. But I could never, of all the riffs I come up with, tying them together and making complete songs is kind of the trick.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like he would lay down bass parts. He'd put program drum parts in there just as a basic drum part, and lay vocals on top and put rhythm and melody parts for guitar.
Yeah.
And I'd have whole songs coming to me, 2 or 3 a night at times, and it was great. I hated it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I was fucking sleeping at them. But but I would listen to them first thing in the morning, and like we just started picking from those songs to write, and we started playing with a few folks. Right, we had a couple of bass players. They didn't work out. We had a couple of guitar players that were really into it. We had one dude driving from Virginia, like.
But how did you guys come up with like the stoner sound? Were you guys already kind of like locked into that type of vibe, or where did that vibe come from?
It's what Adam was writing.
That he was kind of into that stuff.
Already there. I mean, he's
because I was always curious of like kind of how you can go back and think about some of the stuff we did, and there were some riffs in there that you could.
Yeah.
Oh, that's totally close.
Yeah.
Because I even said like, hey, here's my Caius riff.
Yeah.
Or here's my clutch riff. I was like, just kind of joking, but it's funny that. Like, I know me and James, we're big, like, Caius and Queens of the Stone Age guys back in the day, and Clutch guys, but, like, we didn't really take the band that direction or anything.
Yeah, I mean, there's a song on the EP called Port Royal, not on the album, but on the first EP we put out, and Adam introduces it at shows. He said, this is a song I tried to be high on fire on this one. I wanted to write a high on fire song, and I wrote this. So he definitely had the influences, Elder, Sleep, High on Fire, like all those bands. So we had guitar players coming in. We had a guitar player from Virginia that was driving an hour and a half each way to rehearsal, back and forth, and that lasted a little bit. He was great, and then he just like fucking ghosted us and went away. I haven't heard from him since. So we, I reached out to a couple of bass players I knew, and my buddy Sean, who used to be in a band Plug.
I remember Plug, yeah. Okay.
He's like, I'm not really down to do it. I wish I could, but I know this guy Jason. So he introduced us to, reintroduced for me because I didn't know I knew Jason until he came over. He used to play in a band called the Academy. They used to open for the Five L's all the time.
Right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
And he played in Through World Aggression as well. So he came in. He became like the third piece of the puzzle. And then we brought Jim in. Jim Mayberry.
I knew Jim Mayberry from way back in the day as just a monster shredder, like local, like music hero. Played in a lot of cover bands. Yeah, he could just nail anything spot on, lickety split.
He's
Chromie D. What's up, baby?
He's pretty amazing. He can sing his ass off too. So we kind of you can hear it on the album. You can tell when Adam's singing. You can tell when Jim's singing.
Yeah.
And Jim can sing his ass off too.
So how long were you guys jamming and kind of floating through lineups and stuff before you started getting together to like actually record an album?
And how big was it?
And how big was the guitar?
The guitar was huge.
Oh,
huge,
whoa.
huge! I tell you.
You gotta play it way down here and way up here at the same time. It's really fun.
Purposely not in balance, so it was almost straight up and down.
Well, it
Yeah.
actually
We're all about big guitars.
really uncomfortable.
So about a year, maybe a year and a couple of months. It was just Adam and I for a while,
Okay.
and we would continue. Like he's like, man, I hate you're driving 40 minutes up to my house in the middle of nowhere to come like just play these songs. We don't have anybody else to do this with. And I was like, well, sorry, bro. I believe these are going to be songs that we're gonna do something with.
Oh yeah.
So it took a while, but we got the right lineup now.
What was it like recording the album? Tell us who you recorded with and what that process was like for folks that like, because this is kind of it's catching lightning in a bottle.
So we are lucky enough here in North Carolina to have one of the grandmasters of recording.
Really is.
He is. It's fucking ridiculous how good he is. Jamie King, who has worked with Between the Buried and Me, The Contortionist. He did Soften the Glare stuff with Ryan Martain. And we went in with Jamie and did the EP, which was 7 songs, and I think it took us 3 days. So Mike can tell you from recording the Breathe Deep album, I'm Johnny One Take.
That's me. Like I literally that's because the first guy we recorded with, well, not the first guy. The first guy the 5Ls recorded with was Jamie King, but he literally just got his shit started. It was like Basement City, like in 2000. But when we did the Breathe Deep album, which was Thomas Johnson, had a nice pedigree of projects, including like Jane's Addiction and Porno for Pyros, and like
he actually played keyboards off stage for Porno for Pyros.
And Perry Farrell solo stuff. Yeah. He engineered Punk and Drublic from NoFX, which is one of my favorite punk records of all time. Like he was a guy that I respected before I even met him, and he's a nice guy. And then he came over like back in the day to Stacy's house, and we were like, he brought a buddy of his with him to see James for some stuff.
Yeah.
And he introduced me to his buddy as, hey, here's the guy that never fucks up. And I like laughed. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he's like, this guy right here, we did 2 sessions, 5 songs each. This guy came in one take, all 10 songs in 2 sessions. As a guitar player, I've never seen that happen ever in my entire life. Yeah. And I'm no fucking Svengoolie over here. But like, I was like, what? I was like, that's a fucking, I like that.
My theory is, I wrote my fucking part. I should know my fucking part.
Yeah. Well, I was so nervous because all these guys are better than me, and I'm always so nervous, and I'm going to come in there and look like a goddamn fucking hand job. When I come in there, it's like learning your lines for a play, and you're in the hallway beforehand going like, okay, because I don't want to fuck it up.
Nothing a little we don't help.
Yeah, but then I come in there and like just like, okay, tell me when. It's like, you ready? Yep, I'm ready. Go. And I'm like, I'm just boom. Next song. Let's go to the next song. I'm like, my feet are like tapping. Like, go to the next song. Then when I'm done, I go out in the parking lot and I take a fucking gravity bong and chug a fucking pint and then fucking go lay down in the creek.
Puke.
But yeah, puke in the creek.
Yes.
On top of my dick, while a group of school children are taking pictures.
Yeah.
Fuck. But yeah.
Jamie's fucking amazing. That's the moral of the story is Jamie's fucking amazing.
Jamie King, dude. Incredible modern metal producer.
And he normally doesn't do doom bands, right?
Yeah.
Stoner bands is not what his forte is, but he really captured what we wanted as a sound, as a band without much work. We played the EP live and then overdubbed some solos and stuff. We played the album for the most part live.
Nice.
I will fess up that there's 2 songs on the album that I did a second take on because I hadn't had my Mountain Dew yet.
Oh, well, I mean, fair enough.
And there's a distinct difference between track without Mountain Dew and track with Mountain Dew.
Hell yeah. Now, you guys had some guest appearances on the album. How did that come about?
Yeah. So, as I mentioned earlier, Adam was in Glass Casket and Wretched, and they did a lot of tours. A couple of the bands he toured with, Battlecross was one of them. So, our buddy Haran laid down some guest shred for us on a track on his album. He's also friends with a band called The Legion that I got turned on to, and not knowing that Adam had toured with them. They did a cover of a Yes song, and I brought it into rehearsal. I was like, "You guys fucking heard this?"
Huh.
And he's like, "Oh man, I fucking toured with them." I was like, "I need him on the album." So he went out and contacted Greg Burgess, and Greg laid some fucking shred as well. And then we were lucky enough to get Peter Witchers, who's now living here in North Carolina, who used to be in Soilwork, to come in and lay some guest shred as well. So not just the Mayberry shred, we like to call it shramming. Mayberry shrams. He doesn't shred.
That's funny.
But they laid some guest shred to complement that, and we're super lucky and super thankful to have them on the album. And if those guys are watching this, which they probably aren't, but if they are, thank you very much. I've told them repeatedly for the past few days, all of them, that how much we appreciate that.
And something like Metal T and Chromie D, some of you old school metalheads. What's the label you guys are on? And who did this guy used to play with? This blew my mind.
Yeah. So we signed with a label called Black Doom Records. They're based out of Atlanta, and Black Doom was run by a guy by the name of Tommy Stewart. And Tommy Stewart's the bass player for Hollow's Eve.
Hollow's Eve! God, I love Hallows Eve.
So any of the re-releases you're seeing, that's all Tommy. I remember, like, first time I talked to him, I was like, I got fucking cassettes at home.
Oh yeah.
of Hallows Eve.
How'd you guys get hooked up with them? Have they been a good
So-
label to deal with?
Yeah, been a good experience. You know, it's a good jumping off point for us, and hopefully we can continue the relationship or go on to something bigger.
Yeah, sure.
You know, from here, and that's always been the intention. But it happened online, like kind of on a show like this, right? I was listening to a radio show called Castle Black Radio. That was playing our music, and they tagged us in a post. And I was like, well, I'm just going to go listen and jump in the chat room and talk to some folks. And this guy, Richie Randall, was in the chat room, and he plays guitar for a band called Gravehopper that is also on Black Doomba Records.
Now, we've interviewed Casket Huffer, but not Gravehopper.
Yeah, Gravehopper, they're good.
Okay.
Should check them out. But Richie and I hit it off famously in the chat room, talked afterwards. And then he's like, man, you should, you know, I heard your EP, it's really good. You should talk to Tommy. He's like, just email him. Tell him I had you email him. I was like, all right, cool. I'll send him an email. I'll send him the EP, see what he says. And it wasn't long. Tommy didn't have to think about it. It was a good fit.
Nice. That's awesome.
And this all happened, by the way, during the pandemic. So everything was shut down. We're recording an EP and an album. Right, and writing and still rehearsing while not catching COVID.
You're right.
And got all this done during the pandemic. I was probably busier, not show wise, obviously, but like busier, like recording and writing than I've ever been in my life during the pandemic.
That's
like
crazy.
Really batting down
That's
the
good.
hatches. But yeah, Tommy loved it, and we have a one record deal right now, which is the record that came out today. And we'll see where it goes from here.
Hell yeah. So what was it like? I know you guys, like today, if you guys are in the band camps on the screen right now, along with the album cover, you can pick up the album like digitally and shit like that now. But like, and the vinyl's coming.
It is.
Part of the, the vinyl backup that everybody's been experiencing.
Fucking Adele.
But fuck you, Adele. But I'm curious, did you guys know going into recording this you were going to do something on vinyl?
That was a huge selling point for us, right? So Tommy's label, Black Doomba Records, specializes in vinyl releases.
Gotcha.
That is something every band gets on his label.
That's awesome.
And it's like we want to do vinyl for the EP, but we didn't. Obviously, vinyl's expensive to make.
Sure.
And we're poor fucking musicians, so we didn't do it with the EP. We just did a digital release, and we may go back and visit the EP later and maybe add a couple of extra tracks on. And do a vinyl for that at some point in the future. We talked about doing some covers even later this year, and then add them to the end and throwing it out on vinyl.
What was it different? I know you've recorded a bunch of stuff. Was it different? Because I've never done this. Leading into the process of recording stuff, knowing you're going to do stuff for a vinyl release, did it feel different? Were you thinking differently? Like, is it?
So. No, because we didn't know we were going to have a vinyl release when we recorded the album. You know, the intention was to go in and record an album and then shop it. Right?
Gotcha.
And Jamie's actually going to help us shop that, which is very cool. And he knows he has a ton of contacts. He knows fucking everybody. But we went into it just to record an album, to have some material ready for when the pandemic did end, or hopefully ended, but nobody knew at that point. To have some material ready, and if it was going to be an extended lockdown, keep releasing some shit. And so we didn't know we were going to do vinyl at that point.
Yeah.
But we wanted to.
But who's pressing the stuff, and where does this come from, and like who kind of orchestrates? Was that through the label?
Yeah, the label's taking care of the pressing and stuff. I think he's getting it pressed in the Czech Republic at GZ, which does most of your major label and independent stuff now.
Yeah.
They're doing Adele stuff, which is why our shit's not going to be here till fucking December or January,
right?
At least. But we'll have pre-orders up for that later. We'll do a black album, and we have a multicolor splatter where it's going to be purples and oranges like on the album cover.
Nice. So for folks that are interested in this, how can folks get this? The vinyl's not up for pre-order yet, is it?
It's not.
Okay, but if you want to check it out, go to the Bandcamp. It's probably the best way, or you can check out your streaming services.
Yeah, you go to Black Doomba Records sites as well.
Black Doomba Records.
Yeah. He's got the CD up for sale there.
If Ahmad can post a link to Black Doomba, that'd be great. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Black Doomba Records. Hell yeah. So you're thinking end of the year probably for the record?
Yeah, we were initially expecting it in September, and then we're told probably December, January.
Hell yeah.
I mean, you can have a baby quicker than you have a fucking vinyl record.
Isn't that crazy?
It's
Isn't
fucking stupid.
Do we want to lead into the other news? We can tease it.
We'll give you some big news in a little bit.
Okay.
So yeah, to answer your question, we had no idea we were doing vinyl. So we prepared the same as we did last time. We got fucking really high and I got jacked up on Mountain Dew and we fucking recorded an album.
I always wondered, like, if you start thinking like, oh, what, like in the early processes, man, I know what the gatefold's gonna look like, bro. It's gonna be it's gonna be a Ouija board, bro. Or like, I don't know, like I've always, romanticized about what it would be like to do that kind of stuff.
Well, it's weird for us now that the album's out because all these songs had different like running titles before they became titles. So like the Deuce used to be called Dookie Dookie, but obviously that's like a fucking 2-year-old's name for a song, so we had to change that. And I said, well, it could still be the same thing, just call it the Deuce, which is the same fucking thing.
Dude, I told this story. I mentioned this to Jay earlier when we recorded one of our songs on the Breathe Deep album for 5Ls. It was called Burnt Squirrel GCB. And the GCB stood for Golden Corral Buffet because when we finished the song or finished the album, we got super stoned, went to fucking Golden Corral, showed her ass. People, James, God bless him, he came back with a plate of desserts. Let me tell you something, folks. It was a plate, of desserts. It went like this, over the top. And of course he only ate like a fucking third of it, maybe. But I remember there was a couple of like church ladies over our shoulder, and James comes back on it and he's going like, and you hear these ladies in the back go, good Lord. I'll never forget it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Good times.
Whoa. Brought to you by Ariola Montola's Discount Italian Eatery. Be sure to mention you're a GMRN subscriber to get extra sausage and peppers. Found this story coming out through the Discord this week, Jay. Very kind of creepy, weird story.
Is it about my sex tape?
No, it's from the global. Well, it may be because it says it's from the Global Seed Vault. So I don't know if that's
the
connected
code,
or
that's the code name for my sex tape.
Also known as the Doomsday Vault. It's located inside of an Arctic mounting location. Now will be a global music vault that will house an infinite amount of music on glass. The Global Music
They're putting
Vault.
that shit on crystal meth?
Yeah. Crystal Meth Dream. Also called Project Silica, is a joint venture between Mayberry Group and Microsoft. They figured out a way to put up to 100 gigabytes of music on a single glass little drive thing. And they're thinking about like going in here in case of doomsday and like save. Oh, excuse me, Ariola, and saving. That's the first time I've ever said that. I'm just kidding. But putting all this music,
last night, Mike.
I know, preserving. I'm a big pepperoni titty guy. Speaking of pepperoni, did I mention tonight's broadcast is brought to you by? But no, saving. This is like in case of like catastrophe,
which I mean,
or a catastrophe, as we like to say.
We're kind of going through that as we speak,
on
a daily basis. So, I think it's a great idea to preserve the music so that
any way you can.
Yeah, any way you can, because if there's like, one person in a tribe in the rainforest that doesn't get affected by the catastrophe and they discover that vault, they'll get to hear fucking Holy Roller.
Here's the beautiful thing about the glass drive situation is that when you encompass the data in the glass, it's not susceptible to EMP devices.
Right.
So it will survive no matter what. That's pretty, from a scientific standpoint, pretty fucking badass, I have to say.
It's cool.
Have to say.
Now you're going to make me go inquire on how I get my album on glass.
Right? Jay, you a fan of the Bad Brains?
Fucking love the Bad
Woo! Who doesn't love the Bad Brains?
So, I went to Virgin Fest back the year that the Police did their reunion tour.
I bet you did.
I did. and they weren't virgins when I left. But I saw the Bad Brains at Virgin Fest. Saw the police that day.
Somebody hand me a beer, or who do I have to butt fuck to get a beer around here?
Is that an invitation or a threat?
I about threw this bottle. That would have busted.
That would have been bad.
Probably. I've done that before.
Wait, what
High
Miller High
kind?
Life.
No, I figured it out, motherfucker.
So I saw the police. I saw Ben Harper and the Innocent Criminals. I saw the Beastie Boys. I saw Amy Winehouse perform.
God bless her. Amy Winehouse was a cameraman.
Fucking amazing. But I went for the police. But the Bad Brains played, and there was the biggest fucking circle pit I've ever seen in my life.
Really? What year was this?
Probably 2006 or 7, maybe.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, time is irrelevant at this point.
I'm
I
not
can't
really.
remember.
I'm not really.
I can't remember when the fuck I did shit. It's the year that the year for V-Fest that the police played. So if somebody wants to Google it and find out what year that is, that's great. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But they wanted me to go into the pit, and I immediately my back started hurting. So
Well, this is the Punk Note edition of this, which just came out, I guess. Originally only released on cassette back in the day, but this brand new remastered edition coming out, remastered by Dave Gardner at Furnace Record Pressing. This Punk Note edition comes with alternate packaging, artwork from designer John Yates. It's a nod to Reed Miles and Francis Wolff and their amazing work at Blue Note. Obviously, that's a Blue Note city. But and I need to pick this up because I don't own this.
yeah, I saw this.
This is like the yellow one, right?
Yeah.
The yellow.
Yeah. I think there's a couple of different colored versions of it that I've seen online.
Well, like the yellow color, which is a varying degrees of quality. I've seen this reissued for $15 or something, but like that. But
I'm gonna pick this up as well.
I would love to pick that up.
I got another one that came out this week from a band called Righteous Fools.
I don't know them.
Righteous Fools is Reed Mullen, was Reed Mullen, and Mike Dean from COC, and Jason Browning on guitar. It's from 2004, the same year that Breathe Deep came out, and it was never released to the public. And they just released it on vinyl. I have a copy coming of like a hazy smoke vinyl.
Nice.
They only made 250 copies of that in vinyl. They
You
regular
know,
block as well.
Our pal Michael Pilmer.
Yeah.
He hung out with Reed Mullen quite a bit and was pals with him.
So back in the Misplaced Aggression days that you brought up earlier, it's where I met Reed and met Carl Legel, who I still hang out with, who sang on the Blind album. It was super cool to meet those guys and have those guys come out and see Misplaced at the old Fallout shelter in Raleigh,
Oh yeah, Fallout Shelter.
where you had to carry your fucking gear down 3 flights of stairs.
Where's that place that Cowboy almost got killed? With the
I mean,
we had to carry. No, not from a fight.
That's,
No.
that's every place, to be honest.
And not from AIDS or sickle cell. But we had to carry the cabinets up the little tight stairwell in Raleigh downtown. And then it fell.
Poorhouse.
Poorhouse?
Was it Poorhouse?
That's what I was saying. When we're talking about going to see Elder there, and I'm like,
Yeah. I just played a show at the Poorhouse with Bone Shelter, who's from way back in the day as well.
yeah.
They just released a new album. They're back 20 years in a run. I love those guys.
But that shit fell down the stairs and it literally mushed him against the wall with a like 8x10 bass cabinet that was like 200 pounds. It was like a situation.
I seen them fight like 14 guys at the same time, so a cabinet wasn't going to stop them.
I mean, it pinned him pretty tough. But hey, this was our Discord exclusive program preview of the week. Drop this in the Discord for folks that are to get a little insider view of what's going on in the show.
Yeah.
I do it on a little Friday afternoon, so if you're a Discord insider, you get a little bit of the up and up of what's coming up in the program. Swedish band. I was not familiar with these guys. The Drippers. This is a record called Scandinavian Thunder. I think it's their second record. And really kind of fell in love with this shit here. They call it action rock. It's influenced by the shitty rock and roll classic bands like the New Bomb Turks, Lucifer, the Helicopters, Turbo Negro, and the Stooges. I mean, that's kind of, I was like, okay, let's see what you got going on. And when I pulled it up, It's good stuff, man. I highly, highly recommend this. I think it came out at the end of last year, but it's one of those things with the vinyl reissues and pressings got all fucked up, so it's been available, but I just found it now.
So my question is, can they make good meatballs?
Swedish meatballs?
Swedish meatballs.
I mean, here's a hot take, Jay. Of all the Swedes, and God bless the Swedes, but I think a crock pot full of grape jelly and meatballs is going to be better than any Swedish thing coming out of anything ever. Literally
shit's
ever.
good.
Okay. Unless you go to IKEA.
USA, all the way, number one. Number one, Razor Sharp. Galloway Buick, number one, Razor Sharp. That's my hot take. I don't think they know nothing.
I see the comment on Sound Rob. Reed was one of the sickest drummers ever. The Mule. Side note: the day that Adam and I formed Holy Roller by having that weird conversation was the last time I saw Reed Mullen alive.
Oh wow!
And it was weird because he was standing at the top of the hill I was walking up. It was just him and two other people he was hanging out with. He was there to see shows too, like Sword was playing, a whole bunch of bands. And you know, immediately we locked eyes and the hey Reed, hey Jay, bro hug. And he seems to be doing better at that point. And I was really happy I got to see him. But yeah, same day I formed my band I'm in now was the last day I ever saw Reed Mullen alive.
That's crazy. I told this story a billion times on the show, but Reed Mullen's sister actually taught science at our high school here in Greensboro. Miss Mullen, physical science teacher, 9th grade. That's Reed Mullen from Corrosion of Conformity's sister. Remember Miss Mullen? We didn't have her because we were in smarter classes.
Remember the name.
We were in smarter classes.
Is
She taught the retards.
That's not appropriate.
Was that smarter classes?
Yeah, no,
No, it's not appropriate to say.
we can't say. Let me tell you something. Let me go into my little diatribe here.
You can't say Trom.
Nope.
You're not native.
I am native.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
35% native.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Cherokee, Choctaw.
Fuck no. You're not.
35%.
No way.
Yep. Yep.
No way.
It's true.
Nope.
But here's my diatribe.
My parents' owned Town Creek Indian land.
Yeah, but that doesn't make them. They just owned it. Doesn't mean they're
Yeah,
native.
they owned the property where the shit was, but that doesn't make them Indian.
But this is my diatribe about this, and I do get this from Doug Stanhope.
You're 100% Irish.
No, but you can't say retard, right? That's the football. You can't do that.
Well, you can, you should.
You can, but you get shut down. You get shut down.
You're gonna shut down.
But here's what you can say. Oh, Jay, you're crazy. You're gonna take 4 shots. You're crazy. You're crazy. You see that guy in the park muttering to himself? Fucking crazy guy. Crazy. It's crazy. But we all champion fucking mental health. But we support this one little group of people over this other group of people, which has the same kind of mental things going on. One's a better fucking hugger, and that's why you fucking support them. So you can't say retard, but you can say the crazy motherfucker in the park who has an actual mental fucking problem. He's not just an alcoholic a lot of times. Sometimes he has an actual mental problem, but you have no problems calling that motherfucker crazy. But if you say retard, whoa, shut down the internet. So fuck you, internet. Fuck you. Sorry.
It's okay.
They both have mental problems. One's just better at hugging. And so you support that group. That's all I'm saying.
I like hugs.
I like hugs too. Some of them are too fucking hard, Jay.
That's what she said.
Mikey is Indian in the same way John Wayne was Asian for a movie. Okay, Eric, let's take a break. Can we time him out? Can somebody time him out? Hey, some other stuff that came out this week. Actually, I was going to play it tonight. John Coltrane's Ballads, which is not my favorite Coltrane record, and it's one I pass over probably mostly because of the title, because it's called Ballads, and I think it's going to be just like low-key and like and it's not necessarily the case. I mean, it's got McCoy Tyner, Jim Garrison, Elvin Jones. That's like the crew, right? And it really is good. Impulse has got a new issue of this coming out. Came out today.
Elvin Jones is a badass.
Oh, it's expensive as fuck. Actually, but I saw it, like, I think Amazon's got it reduced down to like 35. It was like 50 originally. I do actually own that, but I got like a really beat up copy of it.
Be nice to have something special.
But it's what I have is okay for now. But yeah, I do in terms of like Coltrane records. I do kind of sleep on this one, even though it is in my collection. I do kind of sleep on it. The title makes me think it's going to be like time to go to sleep music, and that's not necessarily the case. There's some smoking passages in this record. There are some stuff in it where you can kind of tell why they call them ballads, but dude, 100% worth picking up. I mean, I don't know about fucking $54, but you know, worth picking up for sure. Oh, I had to do a double take on this one today. I'm like, wait, what is this? And I looked this up, and every description of this release I found today, it seemed like I was reading a Google translation of something from fucking Czechoslovakian or some shit. The Rockin' U.S. Mail, Jerry Reed. It's a fucking 10-inch. You guys know what we think about Jerry Reed here on the program. Double LP, but it's like a 10-inch, right? And it's some of the early stuff. Reed's Rockin' Ravers from Capitol, NRC, Columbia, and RCA on a combination platter. So it's a compilation record from Bear Records, who's like a reissue label. So it's a lot of that early 50s Jerry Reed stuff, where a lot of the stuff, it's funny, some of the stuff sounded very rockabilly, Chuck Berry kind of vibe to it, and some other stuff that popped up, and I'm like, oh, that's Jerry Reed all day long right there. Both of which I love, don't get me wrong. But who's Jerry Reed? Somebody ban this guy!
He's Jerry Reed, man.
But yeah, it's holy shit. I jammed a little bit of this today from what I could find as a sample, and look at this man. God almighty. He was leaning back. Music is loud. I'm sorry, I'll bring it down. I'll cut it off. Nobody hears music ever from now on.
Today is the day the music died.
Nobody hears any music ever from now on. We're just gonna play fucking test patterns underneath us from now on.
I see what's coming next, and I'm going to tell you, I listened to this on the way over here.
Oh, really? I'll listen to this today as well.
Yeah.
Brand new record from Stoner Doom duo. Man, nothing. I love a two-piece band in the Stoner Doom genre. One hundo. Telekinetic Yeti. Brand new record. Out today.
Straight fire.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good record, man.
Hate that we're released on the same day, because they're going to catch all the fucking attention.
And these guys come from Iowa, I believe, right?
Yeah, somewhere in the Midwest.
I know their first, the one with the snow. What was the first one? This is on TP Records, by the way.
Yep.
Only 200 copies per color. I was talking about this earlier, man.
Yeah, they did like 4 or 5, 6 colors, and it's 200 of each.
That's a great way to protect your ass as a smaller band, is to do like smaller runs of exclusive color variants.
And I don't think you can pick the color you get. I
Even
think
better.
you order it and they just randomly send you a
Even
color.
better. What's up, Abacus? Yeah, Abdominal. Yeah. That was the first one. Got some Telekinetic Yeti fans in the chat here. The shit's fantastic.
Yeah, they're on tour right now with some badasses too.
Yeah, they've
Weed Eater.
Yeah, Weed Eater, which we were talking about earlier.
And,
I think
Witch Tit, I believe.
we were talking about earlier. I don't think we played with Weed Eater, but I bet both of our bands back in the day played with Buzz Oven.
Absolutely.
So we played with Dixie Dave multiple times, I'm sure. Back then I didn't.
Milestone days.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known or really cared back then probably, but now I'm like, oh yeah, 100%. That's fucking killer. But yeah.
Yeah, highly recommend Telekinetic Yeti. That shit is fucking fire.
Let's get into what we played. We're going to have to bust through this. We're bullshitting around. No, it was a special show. We're special. It's a special show. Special show. Buzz Oven. You and Buzz Oven got Noisy Beast? Oh, they're homies. Not really. But I've got a Buzz Oven record, and they were from around here. And man, I wish I would have known Dixie Dave back in the day. Chugging cough syrup and drinking liquor and fucking smoking dope and getting all crazy. I mean, you tell me hanging out with Dixie Dave in the back of a van would have been some cool shit back then. Yeah. I pulled this out of the antique mall last week. Chuck Berry's Golden Decade, the first one. I've listened to all four sides of this. If you don't like this record at all, if you don't care for this, I tell you what, why don't you do me a favor and just get the fuck on off this channel. That's where rock and roll begins and ends with me. If you don't like it, fuck right on off. Period. Point blank period, Jay. Point blank period. Don't give a fuck about you.
Exclamation point.
Yes. Been trying to play this for 2 goddamn weeks and it keeps getting bumped because people keep cashing in banana bucks. Stone's self-titled finished thrash debut from like 88. Love this record, man. This is a really good record. I like it better every time I listen to it. 100%. 100%. If you're a 80s metal guy, a thrash guy, you've never listened to Stone, man, give it a shot. It's really, really good. It's a fantastic record. Not picked this up in a long time. Picked it up, listened to it in a long time. The Billy Cobham George Duke Band. This is a live joint, live in Europe. Look at this cover though. Yo! One of my favorite covers of all time. You know Billy Cobham and George Duke are picking them up and putting them down. Need I say more? This is a 1976 on Atlantic. Boom. If you don't own it, go pick it up. If you don't, I'm gonna come after you. I'll fuck your children. Again, I've been trying to play this, and I meant to type it into the rundown for 3 weeks now, and I keep forgetting. I do this all the time. Tuesday afternoon, Jay.
Yep.
Like, yo, you know what I need to play Friday? Fucking Smashing Pumpkins Gish. You know why? Because it's killer.
It's a good album.
And then I come to Friday, and I'm going through all the stuff, and then by Sunday afternoon, I'm like, fuck, man, I was going to play Gish, right? I did that for 3 weeks. Finally remembered tonight, of all nights, little hologrammy Gish reissue. It's made out of people. Such a killer record. It's a shame it got overshadowed by Nevermind. Not that Nevermind is not a fantastic album. Honestly, if I'm comparing Nevermind and Gish, and I'm the biggest Nirvana homer of all time, but like nowadays I may like Gish even more. Not Nirvana even more, just Gish even more.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's right up there. They're at least like kind of tied.
I owe you.
Old Freddie Dobbs. Woo! Not only the best looking motherfucker in the VC, but one of the most shit talking motherfuckers. And that kind of comes hand in hand, Jay. I want to hear a little Conan. This is Extinction Void Guardian from Conan. This is the most tuned down, gnarly nonsense you have ever heard. This guy's guitar is tuned to F. For anybody that plays guitar and knows what that means, it's so low. It's so low. And at times it's been one of those two-piece.
How low is it?
Oh, it's one of those groups where it's like they can do the shit as a two-piece with a super tuned down guitar and drums.
Yep.
But they do at times also incorporate a bass player. And, oh my god. Mr. Bizarro cashed in some banana bucks to donate some bucks toward Miss U. Miss U said, "Hey, you got any sleep? How about some Dope Smoker?" This is the indica version of Dope Smoker. Also got the picture disc courtesy of Dave, DJ Thunder. Nope. Pulled this one out because I played the picture disc the last one. So I played side A. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. You're gonna jargle something. You're gonna jargle it loose. Hold up. Do it. Hold up. You're too close.
I don't think that's right. It shouldn't make that. That's not. Here, you try it.
I don't know.
See if it makes the same noise.
No, get it away.
I'm good.
Get it away. That was a cat scratch special, but just the sleeve. That record's actually all right. I've got plenty that are not. Mr. Bizarro cashed in some. No. You're gonna make your. That looks like a dilday. Looks like a Jason dilday.
But it's a head shaker.
No, that's giving me a stroke. I don't want to do that. Take that away. I'm gonna throw it.
How do we turn it off? This button here?
No, that just makes it.
Oh, it makes it stronger.
Stick it on your dick, Jay. Here lies man. Mr. Bizarro cashed this
You
in.
turn it off.
Slam it on the floor till it cuts off. That's what I say. See? I told you. Fantastic. This is Herbie Mann's Sons group. Herbie Mann's Son, Afrobeat band, Rod and Easy Records.
It's got like a.
You will know nothing.
It's got like a.
It's got albinos.
No, look. Everybody look.
Hold on.
It's
Yeah,
got like a.
there,
Yeah.
oh, there's a bit.
I dug
See
this
that?
record, by the way.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's Afrobeat mixed with like Sabbath kind of stuff. It's
You can
fantastic.
put sockets. Look.
I've got sockets. They told me my joints were so bad. They said you may have sockets. No rickets. What did I say?
You said rickets.
Get it off my table! You can't touch a mouse pad with that. It's a competitive professional mouse pad. That's Steel Series. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag I want to be. Hashtag ad. I wish. Clifford, the Vinyl Cheapskate. Fantastic channel to VC. If you're not following Cliff, you need to be. Pulled out this Noi record. He wanted to hear some Can. I don't actually own any Can. It's funny because Can is one of those bands, much like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard and Porcupine Tree and shit. Steve collects the fuck out of those, like exclusively, like out of the. But I don't have any Can because Steve has all those. So, the second choice was Noi. This is the Noi 75 joint. Fantastic krautrock stuff. It's been. Eric Windbender. Cash in some banana bucks to play the play. He said, "Play some Montrose." Not the Sammy. Somebody said, "I bet you're a Sammy guy." Actually, I am a Sammy guy because of Paper Money, because of what it meant for me back in the day when I got the fire. But in all honesty, nostalgia aside, this is probably a better record. And I'd forgotten this is a Japanese pressing of Warner Brothers Presents Montrose. I never knew what this was officially called. I always called it the Godzilla one or whatever. But man, look, this is at a record store, and I paid $6 for this Japanese pressing less than 10 years ago. How much you want to bet this shit would be $40 today? How much you want to bet? But I have to say, I know some people say Japanese pressings, Patrick, are shit or whatever, but I have to say this one's sounded for us really, really good here in the studio tonight. Like I could, from the records previous, like on either side of it, you could tell 100%. Wow, this is a good sounding record. And I grabbed the test press, Jay.
Yeah.
So we listened to the Holy Roller test press, but in between, what I did was picked up little dig of the week from last week to switch them over between the two. Just one track. So man, I just need one of these tracks. Little Incarcerated Scarfaces off of Only Built for Cuban Links. If you don't fucking know about it, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. But
I've loaded you up with test pressing.
Yeah. So here's the test press, Jay, for the Holy Roller record. Thank you again for your order. We really hope you like the way your records sound.
I hope so too.
Your records sound pretty cool though.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Like an actual like test pressing. Pretty cool. I've never been through this experience. I mean, I've purchased test pressings and I found them in the wild and from some like R&B group from 1979. Nobody gives a flying fuck about or whatever. But to have one that's like literally out in our hands before the record actually goes live is a pretty amazing experience, man.
It's the first time I've been on vinyl.
Yeah,
as a musician, right?
That's pretty crazy.
So to hear myself on vinyl, and it sounds way different, right? The
It
digital
does.
is full,
Sure.
but the balls on the vinyl recording, the test pressing, like the bottom end is just so big.
Yeah.
And you know how I like them big bottom ends. But yeah, it blew me away to hear myself on vinyl for the first time. It was quite an experience. You know, I don't get off on my own music too much,
Yeah.
but that was an experience.
I have to be pretty drunk to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
That happens once or twice a year.
yeah, once or twice a day. But no, it was a great experience. One I'll probably never forget. Hearing myself on vinyl the first time.
That's pretty crazy. That is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, let's take us a quick break before we get into very unique cymbal sound.
Cool.
What do you attribute that to, Jay?
So I use
A couple
a brand.
of comments about that.
I use a brand called Saluda. They're based out of Columbia, South Carolina. So you know, not only do I preach shop local, but I actually shop local.
Fucking A.
A Carolina company. They
Kakalaki.
they hand hammer my you know, they're one of the few companies that still hand hammer cymbals. It's not a production run of cymbals, right? And they do things like lathing. I have like bullseyes laid on my my drum, my cymbals, and it changes the sound a little bit. I have my main crash ride that doesn't have any lathing on it, so it could just be ambient.
Right.
And then everything else has the bullseyes on it, except for my little china in the middle. It's got lightning bolts. It's a Tesla model.
How many, how big of a china?
So I have two chinas on my kit. I have one I use for accent sounds. It's about that big, so I'm thinking it's either an 8 or a 10-inch china, probably
Okay.
a 10-inch. And then I have a giant fucking 22-inch china that's on the other side of my ride cymbal.
Gotcha.
That I tend to abuse.
So,
Mike can tell you how much I like china cymbals.
yeah, I mean, every drummer I've ever played with has been china heavy. So, let me just, like, right off the rip, let me get your impressions. What do you think about the Wuhan Klon?
Wuhan Klon.
Are you a fan of the Wuhan cymbals at all?
So back in the day,
You can't say you're sponsored.
I'm not. I'm not sponsored. I did have Wuhan China cymbals a long time ago, and for the price, they were great, and they sound pretty good. You know, but I've moved on to a much better company. I'm a bougie drummer. I play with my fucking pinkies out.
Exclamation point vote, then the number of the track you would like to run, ladies and gentlemen. Exclamation point vote, then the number of the track you would like to run. I'll take this off because Eric Weinbender's here. We'll take the, okay, boom. So you guys can see it, for fuck's sake. Exclamation point vote, then the number of the track you would like to run. For little marbles. You ever played marbles with us, Jay?
Is it too late?
I never played marbles.
No. We're just voting on tracks. We're voting on tracks right now.
I have to log in, right?
He's gonna miss the boat.
You can miss the vote, just don't miss the race.
Well, I don't want to miss the race.
If you're not first, you're last.
Exactly. Oh, hell, I didn't mean that.
Get a good one.
They go all over.
They do go all over. We got 3 votes for buckshot so far.
Butt shot. Guess what happens when I go to the bathroom in the morning? I don't know.
Diarrhea.
No, sometimes.
No,
it's
you
really-
drink. No,
Cha, cha,
you
cha.
drink way too much
No,
alcohol.
sometimes
It's going to
it's
be
really
diarrhea
dense.
literally every time.
Seriously, sometimes it's like real dense.
No way.
And sometimes I just paint the bowl.
There's no way as a 46-year-old alcoholic you have
I'm
dense
not
shit.
46 yet.
You haven't seen a turd in 4 years.
Yes, I have.
An actual turd.
Just this morning, I saw 3 turds.
It was somebody else's.
What do they look like?
They were small.
Yeah, exactly. They were
and
small.
dense. And they sunk
dense.
to the bottom.
Yeah. Those are putt-putt pencils. We're not talking
I
putt-putt
didn't-
pencils
I
here.
didn't spray the bowl. Is it time to say exclamation point play?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Let's see what we got. See what we got. I'm tired of waiting on you idiots.
Are you done with the program yet? I wanted another shot.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
We got 3 votes for buckshot. We're running it. That's the one we're doing. I don't want to argue about nothing. I can bring up the frame. I got to bring up the camera. Boom. All right.
One?
I'm good. I gotta drive a little bit.
Oh. Yeah. Makes a difference.
Come on. Exclamation point play.
Right
In
now?
the chat. Yeah.
Oh, God. You gotta give me a little.
No, that's plenty of warning. Plenty of warning. Don't put it on my competitive mouse pad. That's a still
I
series.
didn't.
You see the logo?
It looks like shit to me.
It's a still series.
Oh, that was made.
It really looks like, if you look at it from the angle I'm looking at it, it looks like a fat girl with her arms out and a small head.
That's perfect.
It looks like a
'cause
cheap ass
if that was a
tobacco company promo
No.
pad.
No.
Speaking of pads,
I got pads. Look. Did you guys ever think in middle school that the girls that were like natural gingers had way worse periods than like regular girls? Because I always thought that, and I have no like. When I see like that chick on Stranger Things, Max, the first thing out of my brain is like, I bet her periods are horrible. Is that messed up?
Yeah.
It's messed up.
That's messed up.
It's messed up a little
Okay.
bit, but I mean, I expect nothing less from you.
that's not a
Pale.
little bit messed up. That's fairly messed up.
I just imagine like
It's
these.
like 2 steps.
Fairly like their skin.
Huh?
Fairly like their skin. Fairly messed up.
Yeah, I imagine the super pale
I think
inner
it's a little
thighs stained with like a light blood red. Just that whole motif.
Or
worse. What you
maybe
can do is, if you eat too many of those chips with the red flavoring, you sweat blood.
Oh, everything I eat has got blood in it. What are we talking about?
Exclamation point play.
Oh, only 12 people playing? Nobody watches this show anymore? I bet! All that fucking goddamn dumb shit on YouTube? I bet everybody's watching all that goddamn dumb shit. Let's listen to another Journey's Greatest Hits. Hey, everybody, coming up next, Journey's
Jerry!
Greatest Hits.
Oh, Jerry!
But it's the best version of Journey's Greatest Hits you've ever heard in your entire fucking life. Congratulations! Internet, you lose. Here we go. Boom.
Sweet Home Alabama.
I like watching those shows with Jerry Seinfeld.
You like Jerry Seinfeld?
I like watching his shows.
You know,
You briefly met him back at the Met Expo.
did I tell you I'm writing a... tell you I'm working on my autobiography?
Tamo Shanter.
Whoa. DJ Thunder? High definition TV? It's raw power, Eric Bauer. My mouse is not working. I'm getting pissed off.
It's that competitive mouse pad.
Yeah, I may have smashed some stuff down. No.
You gotta clean it every few days.
DJ Thunder off the board.
You gotta kind of scrub it off. It gets a little slick, if you know what I mean.
I can't turn the mouse pad.
Yeah, because it gets slick.
No.
Hey, there's a eagle. Are we playing? We're playing the game already.
Oh, I have to like click and turn now.
Yeah, no, we're playing.
It
the
changed.
game.
Look at this.
I don't even know, man. I'm in the
Oh,
lead.
look at Scotty. Stuck to the board. What is happening?
I'm in the lead. See that number 10, Miss Yui? That's me.
No. Is this the end?
Can't be.
Is this what the end looks like?
There's my name right there. I'm number 1.
You're not number one in
Yes,
nothing.
I am. Look.
No way. What the fuck was this race
I
right
have
now?
no idea, but I won it. I fucking won that shit.
What is this race?
I have no clue.
The cameraman just won this. He's sitting right here.
I didn't mean to.
I don't think I put myself in there either. I was trying to give everybody a chance.
Hey, I put you in there.
You didn't put me nowhere.
You were number 2. If
You're
I won, you were number 2.
number 2 is a
Man.
dookie.
Shake and bake.
Number two isn't going to cut it though. If you're not
Shake
first,
and
if you're
bake,
not
man.
first, you're last.
Maybe we'll do another
That's
one.
right.
Maybe
But
we'll do another
You can't
one.
win this race because I gotta win this race.
Maybe you'll miss
You
something.
want another one? I'll win again.
We'll probably do it. Now here's something weird that we haven't done in a while. For Dig of the Week. Because I know we had Jay on here. We had some stuff to talk about. And I've been off this week. And I've been getting a lot of records. I've been buying a lot of records online. I've been having a bunch of records sent in by you psychopathic motherfuckers that are incredibly awesome that support the channel. And I don't want to go out to a record store this week. I don't want to go do that. Is it weird? Is it weird? I just didn't want to do that. It's like, oh, it's your fucking week off. That's when you should go buy records. And then fuck you. That's when I go
fishing.
I go buy records on the clock. I don't go buy records when I'm off. When I'm off, I play Call of Duty and watch fucking episodes of Grady, the spinoff from Sanford and Son, in my underwear in the living room, and do edibles for 8 days in a row.
And have home bowl advantage.
Yes, and have home bowl advantage. Thank you very much. I just don't go do things. I go do things when other people tell me not to. But anyway, I did want to mention, cameraman's here in town for a very simple reason.
Actually pretty complicated.
It's pretty complicated.
It took a lot of work, man.
I'm getting a new car.
But he's already got it.
I got a new car.
It's sitting in the driveway.
I got a new car in the driveway.
You get a car and you don't get a car.
I got
and
a
then
car
you
in
get
the
but
driveway.
He gets a car.
I got a car in the driveway.
It's a nice car.
It's a nice car.
You're gonna love
I
it.
get a car in the driveway.
You're gonna love it.
I'm getting a 2015 Subaru Forester
XT.
XT, the fast one.
The turbo.
The turbo one. I'm getting a new car.
XT stands for extra turbo.
Now my other car is a Subaru. It's a 2002
We're
though.
both Subaru guys.
I'm a Subaru guy. It's a 2002 WRX. I've owned it for 20 years. Literally 20 years.
Yeah.
He's taken out on the road with the 5Ls before.
Yeah. Oh, numerous times. So
Did you ever hear the story? I gotta interrupt
no,
for a second.
please don't. Please don't.
When,
Please don't.
The 5Ls played in Myrtle Beach.
Please don't interrupt me.
And he was coming up towards where I lived in Wilmington.
He's still interrupting me.
17.
Yeah.
You know, the coastal highway, and he calls me about an hour out. It's like, I think maybe you were running out of gas. I don't remember what happened.
No,
but
there was other stuff involved with
something
this.
happened.
Well,
And he's like, well, I'm gonna go. I can't like be in the car because they're gonna wonder why I'm driving. So he's like, well, the car's died on the side of the road, and I had to go down there and rescue you at like 2:30 in the morning.
no.
Yes, it was.
No.
6:30 in the morning. Okay, yeah.
That's one of the times we played the Fat Joint,
So I,
Yeah.
and we didn't go on till like 4 o'clock in the
I
morning.
drove
Yeah.
down there and I saw
Yeah.
his car on the side of the road, so I made a U-turn. and like I pulled up next to the car and was walking around like, Mike, what? And
So let me tell you about
I was down in a field.
he was down in a ditch
I
next to a field, like hiding.
I was down in a field with my arms tucked in my shirt, sleeping like this, because I was a little bit out of my goddamn
Yeah, he
gourd.
should have been in the car.
No.
I love the
And it was
fat
like
joint.
6 o'clock in the morning.
The fat joint is where strippers came when they got done stripping.
Yes. There was
And,
lots of those.
Boy, did I fucking snort some Xanax up from strippers' asses down in Myrtle Beach.
And they don't care. They're not even real people.
No.
They're literally not real people. If you're in Myrtle Beach and you run into a girl, just knock her out and butt fuck her, because they're really not real people. They're figments of your fucking imagination.
As a
Hey, Jerry, can we
Don't-
roll that back?
Don't ever follow a woman back to Myrtle Beach.
About 15
I've done
seconds.
That before.
No, don't do that.
25. Now it's 20.
Her neighbor is like, okay, and you're like, okay, and something.
What?
I got a Tink sighting.
This dog.
Hey, Tink.
Okay. So what I did in lieu of brand new records for this occasion was I'm getting a brand new car. Now, for some
Well,
of you,
no, it's not brand new. but
well, no, for some of you idiots, it's the first time.
It's newish.
Dude, for some
It's
of you
the-
idiots, you have a new car every 3 years.
It's the
For
best
me,
thing.
it's the first time I've had a new car in 20 goddamn years.
Yeah.
So, Dig of the Week is not always supposed to be about what you bought this week, but it can fit a theme or whatever. This week, I pulled my favorite record albums in my rock collection, specifically in my rock collection, that have cars on the cover, because I'm getting the car this week.
Rick Ocasek.
I didn't do that. I don't think.
Really?
It was too
Some-
obvious.
Some more like down the middle ones. Yo.
ZZ
I mentioned
Top.
this on the Chromie D episode that we talked about earlier. ZZ Top Eliminator. God damn it! And people are like, "Oh, this is not the good ZZ Top. I love the Tres Hombres and
There's
Rio
not-
Grande Mud."
There's not a bad ZZ Top though.
No,
There's not a bad ZZ Top. And if you're that older motherfucker that shits on this album, fuck off.
I'm older.
Fuck off. Because this had hot car on the cover, hot chicks in the video, cool keychains, good riffs.
Beards.
They used the drum machine. Why don't you skip up to the roof and fucking jump off? Yeah, it's perfect. It's a perfect record. Perfect record. Let's see what else. None of these are in any kind of
Is this
order.
how you do it?
Get it off of that. I picked this up fairly recently. A Riding Easy purchase from the Stoner Doom tip from RIP Street Reaper. These guys, they consider themselves Street Doom. You ever heard of these guys?
I have not.
You would dig these guys.
I dig the way they dress.
Yeah. Look at that.
I think I'm getting a poncho.
Yeah.
I like those
R.I.P. Street.
drug rugs.
Yeah, the drug
Yeah.
rug.
I want a
Yeah.
drug rug so bad.
Street Reaper, RIP. This is like a 2017 Rod and Easy Records. Kick ass shit, man. Not played this enough on the show, actually. Did everybody hear me out? I think Scotty sent this. Get it off of there. The note says, "Don't knock it till you tried it." Now that always kind of like, come on.
Oh no, there's so many of these.
The Osmonds, Crazy Horses. Got a bunch of cars on the front. If you guys have never heard this Osmonds record, it will blow your mind. It is so fucking funky.
It's because of the magic underwear.
Have you ever heard this record?
I have not heard the record.
Dude, you know the Osmonds, but
do.
like
Donnie Osmond?
Donnie and Marie.
you don't know this Osmonds.
Oh,
this-
is that where he slept with the lady from the Magic Bus?
This album will blow your fucking mind, man. It really will. And you're like, nah, man, that's the fucking look at Homeboy's shirt. Nah. But I'm here to tell you, yeah.
I feel miserable right now.
I'm telling you, that's the one. That's the one. That's the one you want, 100%.
You know that word misled?
Boom, Jay.
It's like when you read the word misled, it looks like misled.
Little Mother's joint with some car on the front. And I love this joint. Just another band from LA.
Yep.
Man, this is one of those my cat had its way with. That's an OG, but look at
Which
that.
cat?
Look at that. That's fucking sad as fuck. A lot of these bands in this section I don't pull out very often because I when I do so, it reminds me of how much my cats have fucked my entire record collection
And your speakers.
and my speakers. But this is a nice OG that I didn't pay a lot for.
In your cat's defense, if I was a cat, I'd want to fuck that record too.
Yeah, I mean, to also everybody else's defense, the record sounds fantastic. It's an OG. It sounds.
Every time you play it, it kind of puts off a little bit of smell.
No, it's not pissed off. It's just scratched. It sounds good, and the record is fine. So the cover is fucked. So
Right.
do you really just care about the record, or are you a fucking weirdo about the cover? Because it's.
I got a question.
I'm a weirdo about the cover too.
I got a
Well, I'm
question.
not, but yeah.
Is it time to play another game of marbles that I can
No, we
play?
can't. We can't right now. Can't right now. Right in the middle of it. Oh, right down the middle, but one of the best of all time. Kraftwerk's Autobahn. Oof. We're talking about cars and shit. Can't pull this out without pulling this bitch out right now. Oh my god. This is a relative OG, I believe, from back in the day that I picked up, which I'm sure it will be worth $50-$100 nowadays because people are stupid. Very underrated band, in my opinion. Hot Tuna. Man, what a fantastic blues rock laden, like kind of a precursor to like stoner rock stuff from back in the day, much like Mountain and ZZ Top and stuff.
But
Burgers from Hot Tuna with a nice little hot rod on the front.
but the hot rod on Eliminator's better.
Hot rod on Eliminator's better. Cheers, I'm taking my shot now.
Oh, wait.
No, I waited on that for a long time. You take another one. How about a hot rod van? Does that count? Does that count? Can I get a look? Yeah, it counts. Brothers of the 4x4 by Hank III. Look at this van right here.
That shit said 3 tacos on it, I get kidnapped.
Man.
Have you heard
A 4x4 van from
Have you
Hank
heard-
III?
No, have you
Hank
heard?
the Fourth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good album.
Good stuff. This is the down and dirty Hank III. Sounds like Hank the First. It's got the attitude of Hank the Second. I mean, it's just fantastic stuff. Hey, is there anything that will tickle Metal Theologian's nipples out here? I don't know. How about this Live Blue Oyster Cult? What's the name of the Live Blue Oyster Cult? I can never remember the name of this record. What's that called?
Small Crustaceans.
I can't read it. You got glasses on. I can't read
I'm
glasses.
going to take my glasses off to read it.
Take them off as well.
It is called On Your Feet.
On your
or
knees.
On Your Knees.
Boom! A little car on the cover. On your feet, on your knees. Just picked this up fairly recently. Fantastic live album for Blue Oyster Cult. I'm a
So-
new converted fan for Blue Oyster Cult.
HolyRoller had a review from Australia, I believe, this past week for the album, and they compared us to Blue Oyster Cult.
Oh, that's a major W right there.
Yeah, I took that as a very huge compliment. They
Hell
also
yeah.
mentioned Kiss and Alice Cooper.
How about this? I mean, what are we talking about? None of these are in any kind of order. Little Brant Bjork.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. Hello, come on. What's the name of this record? I can't even remember the name of this record. Gods and Goddesses. From Brant Bjork. Played drums for Caius and Fu Manchu. Does his own solo shit.
Currently in Stoner.
Yes, he does stuff on Stoner.
You know, he
We
takes
talked about-
his new band Stoner.
Yeah, we
They're
talked about that a
fantastic.
lot. The new one with the pizza shit.
Yeah.
How about a look? We had to have a little drag shit in there. Beach Boys, The Shutdown, Volume 2. Little surf and drag shit going on. Yeah. I love the old school, like 50s, 60s street racing vibe songs from like Beach Boys, Jan and Dean, and a bunch of bands that I'm sure we've never heard of that we don't know about. But like that vibe of the street racing scene that was personified by music is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And to finish this out, speaking of, a little Fu Manchu California Crossings demo. Woof! Was that a sissy truck? Is that a sissy truck? My mom called El Camino's sissy trucks. What is that though?
Maybe.
I don't think that's an El Camino though. Look at that. But this is the demo from Fu Manchu, and apparently, fantastic record by the way. But this is the red version. This is the one people like seek after. This one's the one that's worth a bunch of money. I think the blue one is pretty prominent, but I bought this used like in a local shop, and I didn't know. It's Fu Manchu. I knew I loved Fu Manchu, and so I just grabbed it.
Happened to be red.
Yeah, but I happened to be red. And I think the red is like the one you want. It's the one you want. It's the one you want. What's up, Eddie? We can catch back up with some chat here. Love Brant. Yo, Mikey. What's up, Eric? Eddie. Played that on cassette recently. I don't see any pictures of boobs, so I'm kind of just skipping over this. Just looking up for boobs. No boobs. GTO versus Stingray. Ooh. Yeah. I love a GTO. Or how about 409, 409. I love a 409. Miss that Green Hornet? Oh, wait. I got to see. Look. Speaking of Green Hornet, I'm pissed off it's not in the shot, though. That's it. Yep. Tip top. Numero uno Green Hornet. I gotta rearrange some stuff. All right, let's take a quick commercial break. Jesus Christ, how long's the show? Fucking 4.5 hours. God fucking damn it! I hate my life. My life is so weird right now. I don't understand nothing about it. We'll be right back with Soda Speak and Chip Chat. We got some stuff in the freezer, I think, a Frigidaire,
and we got an announcement.
We're going to do an announcement? You guys want to hear a major announcement? It's coming up right after the break. So, you should probably figure out what your butthole looks like.
Can I help you? Yes, I have Amazon Prime and I'd like my free sub, please. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. You take your Amazon Prime, you link your Twitch account, then you get one free subscription to your favorite Twitch channel, like a grown man record night. I like it at Mikey Bananas. He a funny guy and a good looking too. Jay, not so much. Oh, I understand. How about some free soup then? Link Amazon Prime to your Twitch account and subscribe to Grown Man Record Night for free. You gain access to sub badges and exclusive chat emotes. Subject to credit approval, avoid prohibited by law. See Twitch broadcaster for complete details.
He's here! Ooh, what's his name? Everyone, this is Tubbs. Hi, Tubbs. Ooh, he's so sexy. Where'd you meet him? On 976 Party. Where else?
Do you want to meet new people? Call 976 Party.
It's fun to get together on tops.
Get together on 976 Party. Only $3 plus toll, if any.
We'll be waiting. Call now!
Must be 18 or over.
Here's Wet Banana. You can dash and splash on Wet Banana like Billy. You can dip and slip like Ricky. Slippery wet fun for the whole gang. Could that be Mom on Wet Banana? It is. Regular Wet Banana, 25 feet long, and the new Wet Banana Super Slide, 30 feet long, each sold separately. Wet Banana Super Slide comes with 30-foot slide, banana sprinkler, and fastening hooks. From Koki.
Move over, bacon. Now there's something meatier. Delicious sizzling.
Fake bacon?
Mom's sizzling is real meat.
No soy, no fillers?
Sizzling is real meat. A lot more meat to eat in every package because it's 50% leaner than bacon.
Delicious.
Move over, bacon. Now we're something meatier.
Delicious, real meat sizzling.
Yo, look, I don't know what happened between here or there, but like, while we don't have sizzling anymore, is an absolute catastrophe. Absolute catastrophe. But I guess I'm doing this by myself. Hey, everybody. Appreciate all you guys hanging out, getting all fucking stupid, hanging out late and shit, fucking. Just got back from putting my buddy in a cab after he sobered up after going ham at a Smithy's patio. Jesus Christ. The meat in sizzling, it was a mix of, actually there was a pork sizzling, there was which was the white package sizzling. There was also a black and red package of sizzling, which was also the beef. I liked both. I maybe liked the beef a little better than the pork. The pork was the standard sizzling, but I still liked it a lot. A lot.
So to speak.
The fuck just happened? What just happened on my own stream right now? I don't even know where that came from. I don't have a soda because I'm sitting here by myself and nobody can hand it to me. Somebody give me the soda!
Diva? You have chips?
I don't know. Yeah. So the cameraman brought this soda from I've no idea where this came from. Circle K. Oh, so key lime. Look at that. I like a key lime. Read the back here. Pure cane sugar soda. Orca Beverage Company. Washington State. Orca beverage for the key lime soda. I don't think we've done this before. Is it a twist off? It is. Cameron's too interested in smoking cigarettes than to try this soda, so I'm going to do it, and I'm gonna carl it right off the rip. Wow, that is really good. Holy shit balls, is that a good soda? Give that a try. It definitely presents with that key lime flavor. It's not just lime, so it's like a creamy lime. No, Orca is not the fucker from He-Man. That is Orko. That's also the name of one of my cats. Orko is that Orko?
No shot.
Come here, buddy. Orko. Orko. I call him Orko because he hovers around me all the time. He's always like right here. So I do have an Orko. Actually in the house. It's very good. So we're talking like some natural like lime stuff, carbonated water, pure cane sugar, citric acid. Really is good though for a Circle K soda. I'm pretty impressed by this, and it has this. The only way I can describe it is it's like a creamy lime, which is not something that normally happens. Come here, let's try this. Try this up, Jay.
What is this?
Cameron brought it.
Did you,
so
try the
key
potato
lime.
chips yet?
No, because that's a different segment.
Oh, this is got pure cane sugar. This is my jam.
Yeah,
Who came up with this?
you brought it.
No, who came up with this whole segment?
I don't know.
That was
So to speak?
that's fucking fantastic. Where'd you get that?
Cracker Barrel.
Oh, it's a crack. Oh no, not Circle K. Cracker Barrel
This is
soda.
from Cracker Barrel.
It's a Cracker Barrel soda.
I'm going Cracker Barrel shopping tomorrow.
That's good, right?
That's fucking great.
It's like a creamy
It
lime.
is creamy.
It's
like
a creamy lime.
It is creamy.
It's what a creamsicle would taste like if it tasted like lime.
It's what a JV male volleyball player would taste like if you had him in your mouth.
I'm not sure about that assessment.
Wow.
Hard no.
I mean, when it comes to JV,
I'm talking hard.
I mean hard.
Hard.
Yeah.
With a no.
No, hard with a. No, hard is a. That's a.
Is this on screen?
Not anymore. Yeah, that's pretty goddamn fantastic.
Potato chips.
How
about potato chips? How about the dip?
Excesso calorious. Excesso. There's a lot of stuff on the chip, is what you're saying. Those are thick.
Papas.
Look at that.
Es delicioso.
Ah! Oh, Sting City. I mean, Cameron has been singing this. I don't think we've done these.
No, I don't think you have.
Did you check the chip sheet?
No.
I didn't either.
I haven't.
That's okay.
Sweet
We're gonna do them anyway. I'm a little hungry.
Yeah, this.
We two will make sure nobody's ever experienced.
We do have a very updated chip sheet. If anybody is
beauty of
interested
Circle
in
K.
the amount of things that we have done, almost 900 bags of potato chips here on the show that we have reviewed over the past decade. That is no cap. No cap on a stack. Over 900 bags of potato chips. If anybody wants to step to that, get stepped up and get knocked right the fuck back. Is all I'm telling you. So Cameron's been telling me this new, not new, but kind of a new rebrand. A rebrand?
No, it's an original brand.
It's not opened.
Circle K. Circle K. And I love doing a basic bitch
It's not
chip.
just the chips either.
No.
Their
But
beef jerky is also wonderful.
I've heard their burgers and like Circle K is really up their game for their deli side of things. And what I really appreciate, and if you really want to dissect somebody, if somebody's like, "Hey, my cousin just opened this potato chip company," or that my uncle has this soda company. But if Mononcla, I want to taste Mononcla's basic bitch cola, and your cousin, I want to taste their fucking like Lay's equivalent potato chip, because that's what I'm going to base all of this off of. So anyway, Cameron would have been saying Circle K, which you guys may have in your area, their basic bitch, original, regular ass.
It's a restaurant room Circle K.
Regular ass fucking potato chip.
You can also buy beer.
Look at the top. We guarantee you'll love it. If there's a phone number on this, Jay, let me tell you something.
I'll be fucking Karen.
I'll give you okay.
You
Choose.
don't have to be. You'll call up and be like,
Excuse me.
"Oh my God.
Excuse me.
It's the best
Excuse me.
GDE."
Excuse me. Choose quality and value you can feel good about. We bring great products with high standards and lower prices guaranteed! Exclamation marker.
I like how you read like a kindergartner without your glasses on.
Not what you want? Question mark. No worries. We bring the products to your local Circle K. That was a shadow issue, and we'll exchange it or give your money back easy. Why would you put that on the back of your product? If you don't like this, look, we can make. Let's talk about it.
I ate 16 chips and don't like it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
How else can we make your day easier? Any new product suggestions? Let's come up with a product suggestion.
No, they had. I almost bought.
No.
Bought the.
I need bacon flavored potato chips.
They had like a loaded hot dog flavor.
A loaded hot dog, huh?
Yeah. And I wanted to buy that because, like, you know, the crazier the chip, the better.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, these plain chips.
Look,
from Circle K.
in the time that we do this and we circle it around, everybody takes a little chip. Let's think of a.
You want to talk about it?
No, they said you have a flavor suggestion?
Yeah.
Question mark?
Hot dog.
No.
But they were Ripple chips. That's the best plain potato chip you've ever
I
had.
think.
Maybe I'm wrong.
What's a flavor in potato chips that's missing nowadays?
Plain.
No.
Salt free.
Yeah.
I love unsalted potato chips.
But there is one.
Huh?
But there is one.
Yeah, I know. They're great, aren't
So
they?
what's missing?
The lack of salt.
Extra salty potato chips. They're pretty delicious.
I will agree. I would take these over Lay's.
Yeah.
Less greasy.
Yep.
Hardly no grease at all.
They're a thinner chip, but
Clean taste.
clean taste. Yeah.
I got a Lucky chip. It's got some green on it.
Oh, look, it's an M. Hold it up. Hold up. Over here. There's M for Mikey. I do like these. But
okay, man.
let's come to a conclusion, though. If you were going to recommend a chip, gravy and cheese.
Cheese fries and gravy. Disco fries.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a gravy and cheese chip?
Nope.
No, they asked for a fucking recommendation. Are you are you following along?
No.
You're not. So we're gonna call them up and we're gonna tell them about it. Where's the number? Somebody give me the number. Give me the number!
462 1211 17.
Good ingredient list for these chips.
Number
Ron.
3. Canola oil.
Is there not a number?
Salt.
They asked for a recommendation, so there's no number.
So we're just going to go up to Circle K tomorrow and say, I have a recommendation for your chips.
Can somebody give me it? No. Internet.
There's a 919 number on there. Is that it?
Where you say it?
919-774-6700.
See? That's why I'm talking. That's why you idiots are fucking worthless, and the fucking internet community is fucking right on the money.
If that's the DEA, I'm going to be pissed off.
Scotty, I swear to God, if you get me blacklisted, 919
774 6700.
6700. It's gonna be about Flash Foods.
Thank you for calling the Circle K Coastal Carolina Service Center. Please listen to all menu options as they have... Sorry, I didn't find anyone with this name.
Well, I couldn't understand what you said, you fucking cunt.
I think you said back. Is that correct?
No.
Say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay. Did you say Puckett?
Pocket.
Say yes or no.
Yes.
Oh.
Transferring your call to Puckett, Lisa.
Lisa?
Well, we're getting Lisa Puckett.
Puckett, Lisa is currently unavailable. Please leave a message after the tone. When you're finished, please hang up.
Stop.
Or press the
Stop
pound
it.
key or
Stop it.
option.
I gotta speak.
No. Hey, yo, Lisa. Appreciate you and what you do for Flash Food. No, we were reviewing the Circle K original chips here on Grown Man Record Night. We've reviewed almost 900 bags of chips live on the internet. And, man, let me tell you something. These Circle K original chips really hold their own. We actually prefer them to the Lay's brand. And, man, that's tough to say. I mean, what are we saying? That's tough to say. But it's a good chip. It's a good chip. And on the back it says, if you want to suggest a chip, here you go. I was kind of off put. There was no like number or like website or anything. You could like, if you want to suggest a chip, go here. But we found you, and here we go. And we think there should be like a gravy and cheese flavor for the chips.
Disco fries,
or like a poutine thing that they have in Canada. We think like a gravy cheese Circle K chip would be like super dope. But anyway, you guys are cranking out dope shit, and I ain't here to step on your stuff, man. It's good stuff. You on the side of the road, you pop into a Circle K, boom. Circle K's got the pizza, got the burgers, got the chips. Grab a cold drink. Woo! What are we talking about? Thanks for what you're doing. Hope you had a great 4th. God bless you. If you're on TikTok, if you want to go over to www.
None of that.
Dope shit, not a flavor.
Dope shit, not a flavor.
I buy a bag of chips that said dope shit on it.
Yeah, that's Rap Chips. Did you ever see anything from Rap Chips?
I've seen them.
Seriously,
Always
they
buy
had
them.
They had a loaded hot dog flavor.
Always buy Rap
Circle
Chips.
K, and I was like, no, that would be like something you've not had before. A loaded
Wow.
hot dog chips. You've not had that. But I wanted you to experience the plain old Circle K chip.
No, it's a baseline. That's how you can
Circle
figure
K
out.
has got their shit together.
Yep.
Are they not making great potato chips?
It's a good chip.
It's a good chip.
It's a really good chip.
clean, It's crispy. It's thin.
And way cheaper than Lay's.
Not greasy.
Not greasy.
Not as greasy as Lay's. I love a Lay's chip, but Lay's are greasy. And that's way less expensive than a Lay's chip.
Yep.
Try their beef
100%.
jerky. Man, that shit's good too.
Man. I don't want to talk to any people anymore. I don't want to be on the internet anymore.
I do.
No, we're gonna go over to the Twitch side of things, play a couple more record albums before we jump off
I
for the
thought
evening.
You wanted me.
Woo!
You want me to play host for about 30 minutes?
Nope. You can play DJ if you want.
We have an announcement too.
I don't want to play DJ.
Wait, for all these people that have not everybody's left at the end of the show, But we will say this. I'll let Jay do it.
The announcement?
Do the announcement.
So you want me to tell everybody I'm gay now?
Whoa,
The other thing.
Whoa.
Okay. So, as you know, Mike and I played in the 5Ls together, and it's very gaily. You have no idea.
But holy.
So, it's real hard to find our music in general, right? Getting CDs, it's almost impossible.
It's expensive.
It's expensive. Go on Discogs. It's like $100 to get a 5L CD. And we've had people begging us to release the stuff again, and so I think we're going to. But there's a catch.
Uh-huh.
And there's a bonus.
Uh-huh.
The bonus is we're going to do it on fucking vinyl.
Uh-huh.
What?
Uh-huh.
We're gonna do it on vinyl.
What?
What?
That's one of the tracks.
This is new to me.
But yeah, we're gonna do it on vinyl. We're gonna do it as a pre-order, coming soon as we get our shit together. The great Jamie King just remastered it for me in less than 24 hours. He's a fucking magician.
He really is.
We have to get all the artwork together, which is going to be the hard part. But once we do that, we're going to put pre-orders up. If we hit 100 pre-orders or more, we will release the catalog digitally as well.
Nice. So if you buy the record, buy the vinyl record, you will get the digital full catalog along with your vinyl.
Which isn't
order.
just Breathe Deep. It's also the album I'm Not On Missing Man Formation, which is a tribute to Bo Richards, rest in peace.
Yes.
Does it have pencil?
That's on that one.
That's on that one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So
yeah,
this is big news. It's big stuff, and actually, I have to say, a lot of people from the record nut community, Shane, I'm reaching right out to you, has mentioned this numerous times before. You guys have got to do this. You got to do this. You got to do this, and we, when I knocked it around with some of the dudes, we kind of come up with this. It's probably the best course of action to be able to do this. Because like individually we want to do like 10 copies of the record and like it's super expensive.
Yeah.
But there's a process we can do if we get 100 people to do this. It's like easy peasy lemon squeezy. It'll be a nice copy, nice artwork, nice everything,
No way.
all the way around the board.
There's no way I would pay money for your release.
No. But it'll be.
But they will.
No, but they will. That's the important thing.
Well,
but so it'll be
like,
something that people have asked for a while. It will be available,
be there.
and we're gonna float that out there at the bottom end of the show. So a lot of these fucking motherfuckers have already left by now, Jay.
It's worth $20.
So
which is fine because this will teach them to fucking leave early.
Exactly. So this is kind of the announcement. This is something that's coming down the pipe. If you're interested, maybe throw a little floater out there, a little feeler. We'll fucking see what's going
Speaking
on.
of floaters, you want to go fishing tomorrow?
No. 5L's box set coming up. I don't know if we got up for a box set. And some of the stuff, actually, we probably do. But
Probably. Yeah, we talked about, we were hanging out with our other guitar player, James, who's been on Growing My Record Night before. And James and I have been talking about even some of the stuff we recorded in my basement.
Oh, yeah.
To do digitally. Like some of the stuff we never released over the years. Like really digging into the fucking toilet bowl of 5L's music.
The anals.
Yeah, the anals.
I
But
haven't seen James in a while. I miss that.
Yeah. Love that dude.
He's a good guy.
But yeah, so we and I'll say this: I trolled the entire 5L fan base a couple of weeks ago by posting a photo of Mike and myself and James hanging out, and said we got something coming up. It's not a show.
Oh God!
And everybody fucking lost their shit.
Oh God!
My fucking anxiety. I'm gonna check every 30. I'm like, take a Xanax. It's okay. We'll announce it soon.
There you go. That's what happened.
But I'm excited for no other reason but to have that album on vinyl. Breathe.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, about people that really want it and it's important to them, that does tickle a little fancy with me. But honestly, on a very selfish wavelength, to be able to have that and be able to grab that on a personal level for me and put it on my shelf would be something else. So
I've always appreciated what y'all had as a band, but I've like never really liked you.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, I've never really enjoyed the
we,
music.
I mean, honestly,
nobody liked us. We're a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, no, I mean, and to be, a lot of people have said this, like, man, the records are so good, but man, if you never saw them live,
No, if you heard them live,
if you
like,
never saw them live,
if
you
heard 'em
fucking
live,
missed
it.
it.
Was like Sonic Death.
Yeah,
It was like.
But I always
how many-
loved that.
How many chords can you put together to like cancel out all joy?
I always loved that when people are like, man, if, their records are great, but if you never saw them live, dude, you so fucking missed it.
It was always a good
You
time.
so
can
fucking
we
missed
tell?
it.
Can we tell a poop story real quick?
Let's tell a poop story.
Not the Bo poop story, but the Timmy poop story.
Let's tell a Timmy poop story. You guys watch us on Wednesday nights, right? You guys know Timmy.
Yeah.
You guys know Timmy.
He's on the stream.
He's on the stream on Wednesdays. Okay, Jay, go ahead. That way I
So,
won't get in trouble if you tell
Yeah,
him.
I'll tell it so he can call me tomorrow and yell at me. So we were playing the Fat Joint, which we mentioned earlier in Myrtle Beach. And the Fat Joint had probably the third worst bathrooms I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah, it's terrible.
Put it this way, I played CBGB's. That was number one. I think I may have caught gonorrhea there. I'm not sure.
From the toilets.
From the toilets. Something jumped on my penis for sure. And then the Somewhere Else Tavern in Greensboro was the second worst.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's worse than that?
CBGB's is worse than that.
Okay, fair enough.
But both, like, the coolest fucking clubs ever to play.
Sure.
And then the Fat Joint. The Fat Joint's toilets were fucking terrible. And Timmy had to take a shit. And Timmy wasn't going to take a shit in the Fat Joint. And you know how places like Myrtle, if you're not buying something, you can't use my bathroom.
Right.
So Timmy went in the alleyway behind a dumpster and popped a squat. And didn't realize that a homeless guy had walked up on him. And when he looked up, the homeless guy scared him and Timmy fell back into his own shit. And then that motherfucker came in the club and got on stage, as hot as it is on stage, with the smell of shit on him. Like, and I did like
long Adidas
Yeah.
pants.
Yeah.
Like Adidas track pants.
And I played drums, so he's in front of me. I think I was the first one to smell. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
No, see, I didn't even know then. None of us, on the other side of the stage, none of us knew then. But some people that rode with Timmy on the ride home,
Yes.
and it was cold. And so they turned the heat on.
Then they knew.
Because the heat, I don't know if you guys know, but heat comes out
Hot.
downstairs, bottom. And so the heat starts coming on the floorboard. And it starts heating up the pants with that shit on it.
PAMC.
And people are like, in the car are like, yo, what the fuck is going on? And that evolved into Timmy realizing he had shit on his pants.
Yep.
Well, this has been a good show.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I had fun.
I had a good time.
Remember that time I shit in your kitchen?
No. Cameraman says he shit in the kitchen one
I
time, and I
did.
can never remember it. But
like one night, I thought it was a fart. It wasn't.
don't trust a fart, don't waste a boner. That's over
After
40.
40 years old.
Yeah.
Never
Past 40.
Never waste a boner and never
Bony.
trust a fart.
No, you said bony.
Never,
Ah,
never waste a boner
ha, ha.
and never trust a fart.
Hey Jay, thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, man.
Lots of luck for the new record. You guys go check this shit the fuck out, man. Get the record when it comes out. Buy the digital shit. This shit's fucking hot.
Yeah, if
it's
you heard
hot
it-
shit, man.
If you heard it tonight, we really hope you liked it. We've been sitting on it since last September. The process of releasing music with the
Dude.
label takes a while. Super excited, and
It's solid beef all the way around.
it is.
Hey, we're gonna go over to Twitch and listen to some more record albums. You guys come over there. If not, fuck you. How about that?
Just let your TV log off, like I do every time I fall
Fuck
asleep.
you guys. Fuck your fucking YouTube.